Hey all, so we're back with the second episode of the tub and wall series. So here what I'm doing is I'm going to be working on the tub plumbing. So first thing I did was with the tub in place, I marked the center of the drain and I transferred that to the subfloor and I cut out the subfloor. Put a piece of tape here so it's a little bit easier to see, and then I wanted to use the existing tub plumbing just to see how things fit or if they don't. So at the end of the day, I had an issue with the plumbing being too high on the existing tub, so I had to go and buy a new brass drain pipe system for the new tub. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting it in place, just getting it roughed in and measuring the distance from the overflow to the actual tub drain. I'm cutting the brass here and then cleaning up the edges because I want to make sure this is perfectly aligned before I attach it to the actual plumbing. So here I'm doing another test fit and I'm figuring out what the length of the drain pipe should be and marking it here, and then I'm going to cut it off because it was a little too long as well, and I'm going to clean up the edge. So it's really important when you're doing plumbing to just test fit everything before you pop everything into place, because it could be the difference between a disaster and a successful plumbing job. So this is where I'm realizing that the plumbing is just a little too high for the tub and it was going to put some pressure on the drain pipe. So I just made the call to redo the plumbing just beyond the P-trap just to make sure that it was done perfectly. So what I'm doing here is just vacuuming out some of the water, putting a bucket there just so I don't get any water on me, and I'm cutting out the P-trap. And then here I'm fitting the new P-trap and the fittings and just confirming all my distances and doing my test fits to make sure the drain is in the exact place it needs to be for the new tub. So whenever you're applying ABS cement, make sure you apply it to both sides of the fitting. That's best practice. And then here I'm just tightening up the brass fittings and putting some silicone on the gaskets that go on the overflow and as well as the tub drain. If we follow the old adage, measure twice, cut once, we should be good to go here, and we ended up being perfect. So after we got the tub in place, we can tighten up, install actually our drain and our overflow. We're going to use plumber's putty around the perimeter. We're going to have lots of squeeze out here, which is exactly what we want. And we're going to do the same thing on the overflow. So before you continue after this step, it's really important that you test your plumbing and run water through it. Make sure you don't see any leaks, listen for leaks. It's really important you do this before you do the rest of the install, and then you discover down the line that there was a leak. So in this case, there were no leaks, so everything was great. And next episode, we'll move on to the tub walls. Cheers.